Welcome back, traders. In this particular video, we are diving into a powerful intraday strategy, okay? And that is the MACD, all right? That's the Moving Average Convergence Divergence plus the VWAP. So we are combining the Moving Average Convergence Divergence with the Volume Weighted Average Price, okay? We are combining both indicators. All right, so this is going to be a power combo. So this approach combines two proven indicators to help you find clean, reliable entries during the trading day. Okay, so let us start with the VWAP, all right, or the volume weighted average price. Okay, the VWAP actually shows us the average price of an asset throughout the trading session. All right, but unlike a simple moving average, it is weighted by volume. Okay, it is weighted by volume. That means it tells us where most of the trading activity is happening. All right, and it often acts as dynamic support and resistance level. As you can see, let me just increase the thickness a bit. All right, so if price is above the VWAP, it suggests buyers are in control. If price is below the VWAP, sellers are leading the market. Okay, now let us talk about the MACD, which stands for Moving Average Convergence Divergence. The MACD measures momentum by comparing two moving averages. When the MACD line, which is the blue line here, right, when it crosses above the signal line, which is the red line here, right, that suggests a bullish momentum. And when the MACD crosses below when the MACD line crosses below the signal line, it shows bearish momentum. Now the histogram, which shows the distance between these two lines, gives us even more insight into the strength of the trend. Now here is where the power comes in. Yeah, when you combine the VWAP and the MACD, you filter out a lot of weak signals. For example, let us say that the price is above the VWAP, okay, meaning that buyers are in control, right? If at the same time the MACD line crosses above the signal line, with a growing histogram, the histogram in green color and rising up, right? You have momentum agreeing with price action. So that alignment creates a clean intraday setup. On the flip side, if price is trading below the VWAP, if you see price trading below the VWAP and the MACD shows bearish momentum, okay, let's look for such an example. All right, so here we have price trading below the VWAP and the MACD crosses below the signal line. All right, MACD line crosses below the signal line with histogram bars in red and punching downward. It shows that there is bearish momentum in the market, indicating that sellers are dominating. All right, so here is how you apply the strategy step by step. You have to start your trading session by adding the VWAP to your chart. Okay, you watch how price reacts around it. Then you wait for price to either stay consistently, at the upper level of the VWAP or at the lower level of it. All right, you watch how price behaves around it. Okay, so that's gonna give you your directional bias. Then you look at your MACD. If price is above VWAP, you wait for a bullish MACD crossover or histogram expansion, right? If price is below the VWAP, you look for bearish crossover from your MACD or histogram drop. All right, so when both conditions align, you have what we call the MACD plus VWAP Power Combo, which is a sniper intraday entry where price action and momentum are working together. All right. Now, the beauty of this strategy is that it is adaptable. Okay, it is adaptable. Beginners can use it as a simple framework to avoid random trades, while experienced traders can refine it with their own rules for entries and exits. Okay, so to recap, the VWAP tells you where fair value is during the day. All right, while the MACD shows you the strength of momentum. So basically, when both indicators confirm the same direction, you've got a strong intraday trading setup. Now, talking about precise entries and exits, whenever you have the price at the upper level or trading above the VWAP, or you see it around the upper level of the VWAP, the next thing for you to do is for precise entries, right? Buy entries. So all you need is a candlestick confirmation. For example, you can see this long bullish candle right after this series of bearish candles formed, and then we had this doji indecision candle, and then boom, we had this bullish candle. These are confirmation. All right, so you ensure that you have a candlestick confirmation. Once you have a candlestick confirmation, that's your go ahead to enter that trade. All right, so we can enter right after this bullish candle, and then our stop loss can be just below this swing low. Okay, just below this swing low is good for our stop loss, and then our take profits can be around the next structural level. So we can be using this swing high for our take profit. Okay, so it's pretty easy. You enter after a candlestick confirmation, the stop loss below the nearest swing low, the take profit around the nearest swing high. That is for a buy trade. So the reverse is the case for a sell. Once you have gotten the conditions for a sell trade, then you look for a bearish candle to give you a confirmation. All right, once you have your bearish candle confirmation, you can now proceed with entering. Okay, let me just put this. All right, so once you have, because this was where we had our, yeah, so for a sell, in the case of a sell, enter after the confirmation, the candlestick confirmation, and then stop loss is going to be above that level, of course, and then take profit can be at the next structural level. Or if you have a good risk to reward ratio, you don't have to be greedy. Okay, especially if the overall trend is not looking exactly in your favor, because in this case you can see that the overall trend is actually bullish. So that's the reason why I said you shouldn't be greedy. So you can just stop at this very next swing low for your take profit. Okay, so if this breakdown made sense and you want to see more strategies like this, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more trading guides. Don't forget to share this video with other traders who want to learn how to use MACD plus VWAP Power Combo. See you in the next video. Happy trading.